I find it a little funny because she's asking me for evidence, but in our world today, imagine me coming out and calling names and talking, it wouldn't make any sense. And of course, like she said, I could be sued. And it's not like the evidences do not exist. They do exist, but I cannot put them out there.
What kind of evidence do you say
I have
exists?
a video and an audio recording that showed where the head of department harassed me.
Hello guys, welcome back to yet another story. It is Florence here, and this is Story Media, where we explore the truth behind the headlines. So this video is all about Sister Kinse's Arise News interview. Okay, I know that some of you didn't know that she granted Arise News interview. She went on national TV to talk about her case. Now, first of all, she came to social media to talk about it. Now she has gone to Arise News to talk about it. And I think it has come out of the church. Yeah. Now, since she has come out to do it this way, the only solution for her to get justice now, the only way to get justice now is by court case. I mean, this thing is really getting me. Honestly, I'm becoming so much emotional about this. And I don't really want my emotions to take upper hand. Now, imagine devoting your entire life to God only to say the people you served or people that you're serving with are trying to destroy you. You know, that's the reality of Kinse Anastasia. Now, Kinse went on Arise News to reveal shocking experiences, okay? As she has been talking about, she reviewed this time around, she reviewed her shocking experiences inside Veritas University, and the Catholic Church. That's she focused on Veritas University, the university she was sent to study, okay? From the congregation, she was sent to that university to study. Yeah. So she reviewed her experience in that Veritas University and her experience in the Catholic Church congregation, the congregation where she was, serving as a sister. Now she says she has proof of these things that happened to her, but she has refused to show the proof. For those of you who who are not following this story, let me start by introducing Sister Kinse to you. Sister Kinse was a devoted Catholic sister, a woman who dedicated her life to service, prayer, and obedience. She worked at Veritas University Abuja, where she was, studying as well. She was studying as well as working, where that particular place was where she said everything changed for her and moved her to make certain decisions in life. Now, according to her, she was sexually harassed by the priest she trusted. She said she tried to stay quiet at first, but when she realized that silence was only protecting the wrong people, she decided to speak out publicly. Now, she has been talking about it on social media until we saw her on Arise News Primetime interview. That was a bold move that has now thrown the church into the spotlight. So this is really huge. This is really big. Forgive me to say she is not making use of wisdom. Yeah. And secondly, she doesn't have anybody to advise her. Of course, she's a young girl, full of useful, exuberant, and all that. She doesn't have anybody that is, a reasonable human being or a wise person who is standing behind her to advise her or to guide her on what to do to really be able to get justice. Do you understand me?
There.
What kind of evidence do you
I
say
have
exists?
a video and an audio recording that showed where the head of department harassed me. And
Right.
I can't put it out there. So she responded to what she saw online with so much clarity, as if she had spoken to me or anyone. Yet she talks about one-sided, story. So it doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. Well, let's get to the heart of the matter from your point of view. Tell us what happened to you briefly and how you came to be dismissed as a nun after 10 years as a reverend sister.
Yeah, I joined the congregation of Mother of Perpetual Help of the Archangel Sisters in 2015. And in 2017, I was professed. And in 2023, I was finally professed. And after that, I experienced so many challenges. Of course, as a human person, your life cannot just be a bed of roses. And I had always confided in my superior general and my bishop But the issue has always been that I was always complaining, according to them. Whereas what I sought was clarity. And
Yeah, but what were you complaining to them about?
About our relationship with the priests in the diocese.
And what was that relation? What were you telling them about that relationship?
First, I think I wrote to the bishop that the priest was always shouting at me when I come to the office to talk to him. Yeah, I worked under him, and it was just that I had to write because the bishop and many other people would not believe me, you know. So I had to write to the bishop telling him that this priest was, you know, harassing me and making me, you know, uncomfortable.
Guys, I want you to understand what is going on here. As you can hear her, as I was saying in my previous videos, she has a lot of issues with these people before the sexual harassment issue came up. She already has thousands of issues, yes, from her statement. If you watch her posts on Facebook, you will hear her ranting about so many things apart from the sexual harassment issue. Now, the interviewer is trying to concentrate on the sexual harassment allegation, and she is just digressing, moving from here to there. So, but let us continue to watch.
Sexually harassing,
not sexually as at that point.
Right.
So when I
when did it get to sexual harassment? Because that's the really serious one. I mean,
yeah, I only reported verbally.
Yeah, I mean, they were bullying you initially, which is bad enough. But what really got, you know, really bad is the sexual harassment one. I mean, that's a if it's true, that's a horrendous thing. I mean,
I
tell us about
reported to my superior. I spoke to her about a priest who I was living in the same compound with.
Where was this?
In the community where I was, in Auchi.
Right, that's in Edo State.
Yes.
Right.
So I told her that on a fateful day, I went into his room and he tried to touch me, and I don't just understand if this is a norm, you know, if it's a normal thing. And she just told me to just.
Was that the first
him.
time that ever happened to you?
That wasn't the first time.
Right.
Yes, there was a priest in 2016. She said I should go with him in his car to his parish for a week, and I felt that shouldn't happen. And another priest, he put his belt on my waist, trying to check the size of the cloth he would get me when I visit him. And that broke me. It gave me a lot of trauma in 2016.
So before we talk about what the Veritas University HOD did to Kinse, okay, let me use this opportunity to say this. You see, ladies, at this point, I want to say that it is our duty as ladies to control men that make advances at us, like that make sexual moves towards us. It is our duty to say no to them. It is our duty to now avoid places that will be left alone with these people to do stuff to us. It is our duty to use our senses to be at alert to know when they are going to do something. Let me tell you, priests and bishops are no exception from men that are being controlled by the things in between their legs. Catholic Church teaches about avoiding the occasions of sin. You now see that even these men that are good, okay, that can control themselves, when they see themselves in a particular room alone with a lady, they are bound to react. Let me tell you. And it's the duty of that lady to avoid the occasions of sins. Yes, what I see as sexual harassment is when a man forces himself on you. That is what I see as sexual harassment. If he snaps your hand, snatch it away. If he tries to kiss you, move away. If he tries to touch you, beat his hand off or cut his hand off. The only legit sexual harassment that Kinse has ever talked about is that of the HOD of the Veritas University. That is the only one that I can now say, yes, that is sexual harassment. Every other one.
Well, look, there are a lot of things that you're telling us here, and it's difficult for people to get their heads around it because it's going from one thought to the other. Let's just focus on the biggest allegation that you have made, which is that you were sexually harassed by your head of department at Veritas University. How did that come about?
So, guys, let me cut everything short. Yeah, she's still going to say that part where the HOD harass her. But let me tell you how it got to that point because she is taking too much time. Now, she said that when she was, when she went to the Veritas University to study, now she needed also to work there because she needed to, take care of herself. She needed money. So she said she took her application letter to the HOD. Now, the HOD told her to go to the vice chancellor. Now, she now begged the HOD to help her go to the vice chancellor to use his influence. Now, the HOD agreed to go to the vice chancellor with her. So there, after meeting with the vice chancellor, she got the job.
Upon our return, he said I should come with him to his private office. And that was when he came at me and tried to kiss me and held my body. And it was very terrible. I couldn't react. I froze. And afterwards, I spoke to some staff and some colleagues. I got the employment quite okay. But I started, being fearful of him and avoiding him.
And you reported this to the authorities,
yes, I
and you
did.
appeared before a panel.
I went to the chief medical director of the university. That was in December, and I told him my head of department was harassing me. And he said I should come to him if he does it again. So I felt that was not okay. So I didn't come to him when he did, harass me other times.
So please, if you want to get the full interview, just go to visit Arise News. If you want to visit Arise News if you want to get the full interview, the full video of the interview. So later, I think the Arise News as what I should go to. So at this point, the Arise News said that they are waiting for the other party to come and speak for themselves. Okay, the Veritas University Authority, the authority of the church from the church, to come and speak to clear the air concerning the allegations. So, my dear people, this is where I draw the curtains for this post. I don't know what you think about it, but whatever you think, leave your comments in the comment section. Thank you so much for coming this far with me. In case you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so now. Click on the bell icon so that you can easily access my upcoming posts. Like and share this video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye.